Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show. And today we have a really interesting caller who sells used tires. That's right. Sells used tires and grossed over $1.2 million in sales from selling used tires and wants to use some of that money to invest in real estate. So let's take the call and see exactly what's going on. So Brian, welcome to the Stephan Show. What's going on?
How are you doing today, Graham?
Better than I deserve. How's it going? I love saying that. I love saying that. And yes, by the way, I am copying Dave. It's a joke. I'm not trying to actually say that seriously. It's a joke, guys. An unfunny joke,
Sure.
but still a joke.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about real estate.
Okay.
I had started my business. Actually, what I do, I sell tires on eBay. I had a kind of a rough past. Found myself in quite a bit of trouble early on. Ended up going into jail, and I had some problems with alcohol and drugs. Back in 2010, I had gotten out of jail, and I had started, at that time, I had about a bag of clothes to my name, probably about $60,000 in debt and collections.
Oof.
And probably a 450 credit score.
Wow.
Yeah. Things were not good. In 2010, I went through a treatment program, AODA treatment, and I got out of there and got into a sober living facility. My dad had actually, he had sold some tires on eBay. Well, how it actually started is he bought a pair of tires on eBay, a pair of used tires for one of his old muscle cars.
Yeah.
Got a great deal on them. And so he kind of dabbled in it. He said, well, I could probably try doing something like that. And he dabbled in a little bit part-time, never really turned it into a full-time business, but had always, talked to me about doing it. So in 2010, I started doing that. Took like $200 from one of my paychecks and bought a load of tires and sold them on eBay. They sold relatively quickly, made some good profit, and just kept doing that.
Really quick, I want to know how much you bought the tires for, where you bought them from, and how much you sold them for.
Sure. When I first started, I was actually just buying from local tire shops. And it's kind of like a niche market, what I was doing on eBay. I would pay probably $20 a tire, $25 a tire, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. But the tires that I was purchasing were, tires that are going on high-end performance cars, like Porsche tires, BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Corvettes. Sure. All those tires are extremely expensive tires that you have to buy them brand new. So generally, most of my tires I sell right around between $100 to $150 a tire shipped. We include free shipping in there.
How much is shipping?
So there's a good markup. You know what I mean?
How much is shipping?
Well, shipping out to California, if I shipped a pair of tires out to California, it'd be about $40. I get a pretty good discount from FedEx nowadays. Volume discount.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad. No.
Wow.
No.
Okay. That's a really decent markup. Forget Shopify, guys. Forget Amazon FBA. Forget Facebook marketing, social media. I think the money is in tires. Oh my God. That's incredible. When's your course coming out? Right.
Oh, man. Yeah, I need to do something like that. Set up a YouTube channel and put a course. There you go.
Jeez, man. Anyway, so that's an incredible business. So how much did that grow and how much did that expand to?
Extremely quickly. Within 6 to 8 months, I had actually I was laid off for a winter from a construction job that I was working, and I was making more money on eBay than I was at that construction job, making $16 an hour. And
wow.
I turned in my resignation and decided just to go full time with the tires. And
do you ever get tired of working?
I like to call it my retirement program, my retirement plan.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm glad this business got some traction to it.
Very good.
There we go. We can keep going. We could do this all day.
Yeah. So it's grown exponentially. Last year was the biggest year ever. I grossed $1.2 million in gross sales. And after everything, probably net profit was about 180 last year.
That's incredible, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm just curious about like where are you sourcing these tires from, given how much volume you're doing at this point?
Right. With more volume comes, I mean, you got to find, more inventory. I deal with some large tire recycling companies actually. And I pick up a lot of tires from there. I mean, but I still, when I started, I was even scouring Craigslist and Facebook ads and people just selling, I still do that.
Yeah.
Cause I still find deals that way. But yeah,
it goes
just about
to show
anywhere
you,
and everywhere.
Though. Yeah. It really goes to show
absolutely.
you, though, there are so many different ways that you can make money if you just think outside the box. Like, I have to say, I would never in a million years think that this is a way that you can gross over $1 million in a year selling used tires. And here I am going and trying to buy used tires for my Mercedes. That never even clicked to me that, like, wow, look at the markup on this. This is such a good business. Just goes to show you. I mean, there's so many ways to make, like, no one should be complaining that you can't make money when you can go on Craigslist and get tires and resell them.
Yeah, you just have to be, you have to be, think outside of the box a little bit and be willing to put in the work.
Yeah. That's phenomenal, man. So what are your questions? I mean, obviously you're doing really well and you've turned everything around. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So, I have a SEP IRA that I have set up with Betterment,
Okay.
As well as a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. I've got about 133 in there. And then I've also got an individual taxable account with Fidelity. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking, possibly maybe looking at and buying one property.
Do you have the time right now to manage that? I mean, do you have, let's say, because in the very beginning, I was spending a few hours a day getting it up and running, trying to buy it, trying to find something. It was easily a few hours a day. After about a few, like once you buy it, after you get a tenant in there, it's usually pretty passive. I would say for me then it's like maybe an hour a month, maybe. But it's getting to that point. Took me
once you get. Yeah.
Took me a while to get to that point. That's the only downside. If you have the time right now where you could say, okay, for the next 3-4 months, I'm happy to spend 1-2 hours a day trying to find the right property, trying to find the right deal, get a tenant in there, get it up and running. I'm cool doing. If you have the time to do that, there's nothing that else compares to rental income. It's amazing. If you don't have that right now, or you think that would take away from your business where you're making most of your money, then probably I would lean towards index funds. It's just my own recommendation. If you have the time, though, you can make a lot more with real estate. You can, and the tax advantages you get from that are incredible. But you have to be willing to put in the time in the very beginning. If you're cool with that, then I would say real estate.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And I've listened to a lot of your videos. I mean, so I think just, like you said, putting a lot of time in on the front end, researching and making sure that it's going to work is the smartest thing to do.
I agree. Also, look into the pricing for Betterment. It seems like, what are they charging you in your Roth IRA? Is it 0.25%?
0.25%.
Way too high, man. That's what I was thinking. I was looking it up right now because I was just reviewing some investment apps. You should not be paying 0.25% on a Roth IRA. So that's one thing. That's insanely high. Vanguard is almost a tenth of that price, is 0.04%. You're paying, it's like 8%. You're paying 8 times higher than you could with Vanguard for the exact same thing. So I would look into immediately switching from Betterment to either, do that to either Vanguard or Fidelity. That'll save you a tremendous, like that right here. Like forget all the other advice. That right here is going to save you a significant amount of money. Just do this. It's going to take you 30 minutes to transfer that to, I would do either Vanguard or Fidelity.
Super easy.
Super easy to do. You need to do that paying 0.25%. I would never allow anybody to do that. In fact, in my upcoming video, which is going to be posted sometime next week, I rail these companies for charging 0.25% because people don't know any better. And people just think, I'm just going to do it. It's going to be easy, blah, blah, blah. 0.25% is way too high. Do that. I would probably lean towards, I like Vanguard because their customer service is amazing. If you go to Fidelity, that's totally fine too. So one of those, just do that and then get off Betterment. No one should ever pay 0.25%.
Cool.
So there you go, man. Well, I really appreciate the phone call. Congratulations on everything, and keep me posted.
Yeah, thank you so much, Graham.
Cool.
All right.
You got it. Sounds good.
Sounds
Thanks.
good.
All right. Bye. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoy content like this, as always, I forgot to ask for it earlier, but make sure to demolish the like button. Just destroy it while you're still on the video. Also, feel free to subscribe. Not even feel free to subscribe. Just subscribe. Thank you, guys. Thank you. If you haven't already subscribed, do that. Also, add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily. So if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.